Animal Crossing is whack. Star Wars is ultimate. I mean, what else could be said about this storied franchise that has 9 out of their 12 theatrical releases despised by the masses? Most likely nothing that hasn't been said before. This is a top 10 where I go over my favorite moments in Star Wars. That being said, here's a limitation I am putting on myself. I cannot discuss any moments that have happened outside of the Skywalker saga. Basically, this means that any Star Wars movie called Star Wars Episode something is free game to be talked about, but anything not an episode doesn't count. So no Solo, Rogue One, Clone Wars, and Mandalorian. Why did I make this list again? Anyway, I'm going to say 2 things before we get started. 1, spoilers. I mean, duh. And 2, Star Wars fans can be passionate, and I just want to warn anyone watching this video that I don't hate any Star Wars movie. So you're going to see Star Wars movies after 1983 on here. Ye be warned. This is really gonna hurt not talking about Mandalorian. Number 10, Anakin wins the pod race. Quite fitting to have episode 1 and entry 1. Entry 10, I guess. You know what is something you'd never expected to see in Star Wars? Racing. Yep, a full-blown plot point in episode 1 revolves around the young Anakin Skywalker getting money on behalf of Liam Neeson and Keira Knightley / Natalie Portman. And what better way to make money than to enter a dangerous pod race where pretty much every participant dies horrifically?
Only one racer died.
What?
Only one racer died.
No, there's no way. Dudes were being shot, they got blown up, how are they not dead? Huh. Anyway, my favorite part of episode 1, other than that sick fight, is the pod race. And I love that epic moment where Sebulba and Anakin are neck and neck to get to the finish. Especially since Sebulba's pod racer is twice as big as little Anakin's. But with some clever maneuvering, Anakin pulls ahead and wins. Sebulba. Language. Number 9. All wings report in. The Empire has gone too far this time. They've made something so unique for this series that will become a tired concept. A planet-destroying superweapon. The Death Star is about to destroy the Rebel base on Yavin 4, and it is up to Luke Skywalker and his new Rebel buddies to take down that space station. Even though A New Hope doesn't appeal to me as much as other fans, I cannot deny the movie has aged excellently as the first Star Wars. And I am so engrossed in the climax here. In specific, my favorite part about the Death Star run is the build-up to the run itself. I wish I could play the score here because that escalation is godlike and there are no 8-bit alternatives, sadly. Just trust me. It's great. Luke gets into his X-Wing, they are seen off by the Rebel base, and fly up to greet the Empire. Red Leader commands for all wings to report in, and the music, the sound effects, that part just gets me, man. It's like the greatest session of taking attendance ever. Number 8, Rey takes the lightsaber for the first time. The First Order has gone too far this time. They've made something so unique for this series that... Oh, wait, we've been here before, huh? Plant Destroyer. In any case, Rey and Finn have to get off the base before the Resistance blows it to Kingdom Come. But not before Kylo Ren shows up to stop them. Battered and broken physically and quite mentally after killing his father Han Solo, he is definitely not in the best shape for a fair fight. But giving up is not in this little edgelord's vocabulary. He takes the fight to Finn, who has Anakin's lightsaber. But unfortunately, the former stormtrooper could stand no chance. Kylo Ren seeks to claim his birthright of Anakin's lightsaber, his grandfather's lightsaber. But no, it's Rey, using the Force for the first time to snap the lightsaber into her own grasp. This moment was truly the moment where Rey came into her own. A scavenger girl who we could see the potential inside has that potential confirmed. And Kylo Ren sees that potential too, but like, in a different way. In a lovey-dovey way. Number 7, the Clone Troopers rescue the Jedi. Attack of the Clones is a movie. Honestly, it's kinda dull. Not really a lot of moments to speak of. Just a lot of serial killers. But believe it or not, Anakin is actually a good guy. He and his super secret new girlfriend went to save Obi-Wan Kenobi, but they got captured. Then the Jedi showed up to save them, but they got captured. Clearly this day belongs to Count Dooku and his new separatist allies, or it would have been if the 501st didn't have anything to say about it. This moment was the debut of the Clone Troopers, the Grand Army of the Republic, and personally, my favorite characters in the entire franchise. I mean, I guess it's hard to quantify since there's over 1 million of these guys, but yeah, screw it, I love them all. Except you, Fox. I think that's why this moment appeals to me so much. It's the showcase of the clone troopers. It's them showing off their awesome arsenal, and it fulfills the namesake of the movie, Attack of the Clones. Can't really get much better than that, or it can, hence it being number 7. Number 6, A New Hope. But not the movie. After losing Anakin Skywalker to the dark side, something Obi-Wan should have saw coming honestly, everyone dies. The Jedi, Anakin's super secret wife, and General Grievous. Rest in peace, my friend. All that's left is the newly formed Empire, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin's 2 little babies. To make sure Palpatine can never get his wrinkly old hands on them, the last Jedi decide to split them up. The girl, Leia, is sent to live with one of the most prestigious men on the planet Alderaan and raised as a princess. And the boy, Luke, is sent to Tatooine, one of the most desolate and lawless planets in the galaxy, to live as a moisture farmer. Someone got the raw deal here, I am thinking. Obi-Wan hands off Luke to his aunt and uncle, and the 3 of them look into the binary sunset, a symbol that would persist through all 3 trilogies. Luke's caretakers here in Episode 3, Luke himself in Episode 4, Luke in his final moments in Episode 8, and Rey Skywalker / Rey Palpatine / Rey Nobody in Episode 9. Number 5, Kylo Ren rejects the dark side. Dun 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 dun. Ah yes, Kylo Ren. Probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever. What can I say? I like the bad boys. But this bad boy is a formerly bad boy, as Kylo Ren decides to turn his back on the dark side forever. It makes sense, and it's a good conclusion to his character, as Kylo Ren always struck me as someone technically on the dark side, but never really truly being one of them. Ben Solo is always searching for something or someone to fight for, but right here is when Kylo Ren makes his own choice. After the death of his mother, he's kind of in a bad place. He sees the spirit of his father, Han Solo, who technically isn't a spirit, but a memory? I mean, I guess that makes it so it's not actually Han Solo and... Okay, no, that's sad. For all intents and purposes, this is Han Solo. Moving on, his father tells him that while his mother is gone, what she fought for isn't gone. Kylo Ren realizes he is lost and confused. After all his mistakes, he just wants for things to go back to how they were. And when Han Solo pretty much gives his permission for Kylo Ren to be forgiven by both himself and the audience, Kylo Ren is no more. It's such a beautiful scene, honestly. There's only 2 rejections of the dark side in the entire saga, and it's crazy how they're both entirely different. Darth Vader saving his son and thanking Luke for bringing him back, and Kylo Ren realizing his life is a lie and contemplating his own existence with the spirit of his father. Or memory. It's pretty much a spirit, okay? Number 4, Order 66. Oh, we're here, okay. Pretty much the darkest scene in the franchise, in my humble opinion. And it feels weird putting it as number 4 in my top 10 Star Wars moments. This is a scene that I just have to put on because it's so excellently crafted and not necessarily one I love to revisit for a positive experience. The gist of it is Anakin has turned to the dark side to become Darth Vader, and the clone troopers turn on the Jedi when Palpatine utters the command,
Execute Order 66.
While this would be expanded on in further media such as Star Wars The Clone Wars, the Jedi are completely caught off guard when the clone troopers they've been so buddy-buddy with decide to murder them. And murder them they do. A lot of them. All of them, actually. And the score by John Williams, man, dude is a modern Beethoven, and I'm glad he is celebrated as such. It's dark, it's depressing, it's Order 66. There isn't a single other moment in Star Wars that makes my heart sink as much as this one. But I swear, Star Wars is fun. Number 3, Luke Skywalker confronts Darth Vader. If you ever wanted to watch a cinematic masterpiece of a scene and how it conveys a story without saying a single piece of dialogue...
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
Oh, I mean, other than that single piece of dialogue. Watch this part in The Empire Strikes Back. This is the second movie in the original trilogy, and crazy enough, Luke Skywalker has never fought the main villain nor wielded a lightsaber up to this point. So needless to say, this duel was a long time coming. At this point, Darth Vader has had 2 confirmed kills of people that meant a lot to this guy. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke's own father. Wink, wink. Luke walks up the stairs to meet him head on, and honestly, just this shot alone is probably my favorite shot in Star Wars, period. He ignites his lightsaber first, then Darth Vader slowly ignites his, almost like saying, I'm in no rush. From there, Darth Vader is in complete control. Luke Skywalker pretty much embarrasses himself here, trying to make brash moves that he is punished for, going for some quips to have Darth Vader immediately shut him up, and the best part is you could see Darth Vader is giving this fight the most minimal amount of effort effort he can. Later on, when Darth Vader fights for real, Luke is absolutely curb stomped. The reason I love this moment and the resulting fight is because it shows how simple attention to detail and choreography can be just as meaningful as written dialogue. And no piece of dialogue can accurately portray what kind of character Darth Vader is than him just blatantly throwing trash cans at Luke. Ow. Number 2, the Death of Snoke. Uh-oh, I have my own opinion, and that is that this moment stands as some of the best Star Wars ever. Seriously. To paint a picture, Rey has just shown up to the First Order's capital ship because she is convinced Kylo Ren will join her in being good. But Kylo Ren is convinced Rey will join her in being evil. Young love. They formed a bond because of a dyad in the Force, which connects them in more ways than one. Oh, quick side note, the dyad is super creative and probably my favorite thing introduced in the sequel trilogy. Like seriously, it's amazing. Kylo Ren takes Rey to see everyone's favorite unforgettable Star Wars villain, Snoke! Snoke berates her, threatens her, tortures her, etc. And Snoke decides this would be a great teaching moment for his apprentice Kylo Ren. He instructs him to kill her, which honestly is a good mix-up from the whole Palpatine version. He doesn't want Rey on his side, he just wants her straight up gone. Which doesn't make sense for Rise of Skywalker, but whatever. Kylo Ren decides, nope, and kills him instead. He then summons a lightsaber with the Force and it snaps right into Rey's grasp. They look at each other, knowing where the other stands fully, and they take on Snoke's guards. First of all, just this frame alone. The image of a Jedi and a Sith?
He's not a Sith!
I know, but he's a dark side user. The image of a Jedi and a Sith standing side by side, red lightsaber and blue lightsaber working together, that's out of control! That blew my mind in 2017. And not only that, they just kept Snoke! Everyone up to this point had theories and speculation on who Snoke was and what was his deal, myself included. They predicted that he would just play the same role as Palpatine, essentially. But no, Kylo Ren just splits him and the predictability of this franchise going forward in half. It's incredible, to say the least. And while I am aware that this has led to some of the most disappointing storytelling in Star Wars, I can't deny that in the moment, it's phenomenal. And it is absolutely bold. The resulting part where Rey and Kylo Ren talk to each other afterwards and truly learn that the other will not budge on their ideals is amazing too, but I feel like I would be cheating if I included it as its own separate moment. Guess I just have to learn to let the past die. Kill it if I have to. It's the way to become who I'm meant to be.
Stop quoting it, you're not clever.
I'm very clever. Number 1, Luke meets the Emperor. So originally this was a toss-up between Luke talking to Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi and this scene, but I just had to go with this scene, bro. I love the former, as heroes talking to villains in a non-hostile manner is probably the most engaging a story can get, but this scene is just the dialogue, the atmosphere, every time I see this scene, it just fills me with dread. The way Luke is marched up to the Emperor has the same energy as being sent to the principal's office, especially after knowing everything Palpatine has done to ruin everyone's lives. The Death Star? Him. The Jedi extinction? Him. Darth Vader? Him. The first story? No, that didn't happen yet. Also, it's really stupid. Like, this is the guy. I mean, this is the guy. The Sith being extinct for a millennia had to come back with a boom, and it surely did. Darth Sidious / the Emperor / Sheev Palpatine, that's a weird name, wants to meet Luke Skywalker, so Darth Vader brings him in for a little chat. First thing he does to the greatest threat to him, take off his handcuffs. The second thing he does to him, offer him his lightsaber. Like, how boss can you be? Keep in mind, Luke Skywalker is the only person left in the entire galaxy that can defeat him. And he is so confident in his ability to turn Luke to the dark side that he gives him every opportunity in the world to end him. In fact, he pretty much dares him to. This is how you do a villain. One of my favorite things too is how Luke has become quite a good sass master over the course of the films, and Palpatine has a great comeback to every little quip.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
An underrated aspect to the scene is how Darth Vader is used. Up until now, he has been in complete control. He was the most important man in the room. He could break anyone like a twig with no effort. But here, he has no power. He just stands there. And it's here we see he's truly just a slave to this evil monster. Especially when he says,
It is pointless to resist, my son.
That is the tone of a man that has accepted his hopelessness. He lost his soul to Palpatine a long time ago, and he knows his son will too. Palpatine knows this and confirms it.
You, like your father, are now mine.
Not bad for a character introduced in literally the last movie at the time. So that was it. Those were my favorite Star Wars moments in the entire Skywalker saga. I wish I could have played clips of music, but YouTube would have destroyed this video. If you're a true Star Wars fan, you're most likely angry, so please leave a comment expressing rage and disgust with my opinions, and what moments you like. And please subscribe for more opportunities to express frustration at me. Maybe next April Fool's Day I'll cover the TV shows like Mandalorian and the Clone Wars. But then again, you guys aren't supposed to know what April Fool's videos are, so... Favorite moment in the Clone Wars is when Dogma shot Punk Krill. Die, trash. Special thanks to my top tier patrons: Nancy, Liddy Kitty, Treecko Simp, Terror XT, and Bumblebutt.